Okay, today we're going to be playing some Erenshor. This is, without a doubt, a really golden gem of a game that I absolutely love. Now, I'm not going to be necessarily making consistent videos on it unless you guys want me to, and I will. But for now, this is meant to be a one-off video of me just showcasing the game in a very quick niche way. Because of this, I'm making a new character. But let me talk about everything real quick and why I have my settings where they are, just for the sake of things. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, what is Erenshor? Erenshor is a simulated MMORPG. It is a completely offline game that you play single player. It looks like an online game with a login, etc. It's not. It's meant to be. It's an offline game. It's single player. You can mod it to play co-op, and it's an official mod. Not official in the sense that like the developer made it, but official in the sense that the developer is okay with it and is all for it being existing. Super fun game, 100% worth it, and it is very much so if you played EverQuest, it is literally playing EverQuest, but single player without it actually being single player because there's other people in the game. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it'll make sense when we actually go to play the game, so let's not get into that. For now, let's look at the admin panel. So this is your server settings for the server you're going to be playing on. Now, traditionally, I actually play on 2x XP multiplier. These are the settings I like to run. I make Classic WoW Andy. If you like playing regular EverQuest, you can play in recommended, and it turns off map, quest markers, show target level, and it puts everything at like 1x like this. I'm a filthy casual WoW player. I like to put the XP on 2x. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to, and for fun, we're going to bump it up to 5x, mostly because I want to see what it's like. But we're not trying to speed through content or anything like that. I just want to try to showcase as much content as I can in this short video. And honestly, all that the XP is doing is just time gating. You can put this to whatever speed you want, and this is what I really like about the game, is you can adjust these to what you like. If you think the enemies do too much damage, you can lower it. If you think they don't do enough damage, you can increase it. If you think you run too slow, you can increase it. If you think you run too fast, you can make it slower. If you want rares to be more common, you can put them up or low. If you want respawn rates to be faster or slower, you can do that adjust. And it's just, I love it. There's a lot of customization here. So let's log in to the server. You can also reset the server. What do I mean by this? Well, when you play the game, your world kind of progresses, even when you're not playing or when you're playing an alt, etc., etc. So the world will always progress. People will progress, etc. So if you ever find like a group of people that you really like to play with or that you're invested in, they will, if you add them onto your friends list, they'll kind of stay around your level, but other people in the world will kind of like progress and level, etc. as you play. So you can reset everything if you want to get it all kind of back to start if you ever want to play it start. I do plan on playing this game more seriously, I guess is a good way to put it. Once the new patch comes out, there's a new content patch that comes out on February 2nd, which is a week from me recording, and I'm very much looking forward to it because that's a two-handed tank / DPS class, which I'm going to play. It adds guilds to the game, which are allowed you to actually be in a guild, so I'm very much looking forward to that. But anyways, let's go and talk about our classes and everything. We're going to be playing an Arcanist this time around because it's nuky, it's fun, and honestly, for showcasing in a video, it's not boring. But there are 5 classes, and there's going to be 6. Arcanist is a kind of like it's a very good class for you to play as a regular player because it is, or as like a first time player or whatever, because it's very nuky. You're a mage DPS that's nuky, but you're not too blow your load and wait early on. You have a consistent flow of gameplay for the most part, and it's really good to do, and you can kill stuff very easily. You're primarily just doing very strong damage with some CC, so it's really nice to do because you as a player can kind of go and help with the CC or damage or whatever you want to play. It allows you to have some strategic element in there and helping your group while also not being too heavily reliant on the AI if you don't want to. The Duelist is basically a mana battery at the moment. Their early game DPS is very low, and later down the road they do get more, but their primary thing they provide to their group is they provide a mana buff to everybody, allowing them to regen their mana more. That's their primary role while providing a little bit of DPS. Druid is the healer / general support of the group. They're primarily just like a healer and support character. Paladin is the designated tank of the group. They do literally no damage early on. I'm not even exaggeration. You do like 3 DPS. It is actually hilariously bad. It's really bad. You do so little damage early on. You basically have to be in a group. So It's fine though. If you enjoy playing a tank, you really do feel like a tank when you're playing this because you do a lot of aggro, a lot of threat, etc. But you just don't do a lot of damage. It's not your role. Your role is to be a tank. Later down the road, you can get more damage when you get the Solarian magic of day or night. You can, I think, turn on night and do a lot of damage and become a more DPS-centric class, and you can actually compete with people. Stormcaller is kind of the other side of the coin with Arcanist. It is a range / caster mixed. It's a physical ranged archer mixed with a caster. Think of like arcane archer. That's like the best way to describe it, where you can go and you do cast spells and you can imbue your arrows with the spells. It's really cool. But the problem is it's extremely nuky, at least early on, to where you're going to use up all your mana and you're going to have super long cooldowns early on. And then you're kind of going to be sitting there auto-attacking with your ranged spells. Now, in general, your DPS between the Arcanist and Stormcaller, I think, are pretty tied, because I've tried them both, and they felt very similar in the gameplay. So play whichever one you think is cooler. Just Stormcaller is very nukey, and you end up kind of blowing your load early. Arcanist is a little less nukey. You're still a nuke, just a little less. That being said, we're going to be playing an Arcanist this time around for funsies. We're going to put a bunch of points into intelligence. We'll put some points into charisma. And we're going to go like this. Actually, let's do this for funsies. And boom. And then we're going to save our character. We're going to name him Deathkiller. Save our character. And let's log into the game. Play. Okay. If you've never played EverQuest, this is very EverQuest. Oh, sorry. Boom. Where do we begin? So you have two starts. Now, if you are playing the demo / free trial version of the game, you're going to do Stranded. Stranded is the default kind of new player thing. It's really good. It is honestly where I'd recommend everyone to play. Determination is very much so if you've already played the game or you have an existing character that's like high level and you kind of just want to catch them up to where you're at and you just want to zoom, fly through stuff, etc. Determination's where you begin. It is very much so I already know what I'm doing. I'm a hardened player. I'm just making a new character for funsies. That's what you're going to do. We're going to start out on Stranded, but Stranded is definitely where you want to do as a general beginning new player. It'll very much hold your hand and teach you about the game while still not being so hand-holdy it feels like a tutorial. It honestly is a fully fleshed out zone. It has its own dungeon, its own quest line. It's really fun, and I strongly recommend doing it. And so this is where we're going to start out as well. Going back to what I was saying before, though, if you've never played EverQuest, this is very EverQuest-y. Now, I have two complaints, and you'll notice as we play. One of the first signs of this, though, is the fact that, like, if you look at your inventory, a lot of people are immediately like, oh my god, this is EverQuest, because, well, it is. You have your inventory, you have your stuff, and then in order to learn spells and stuff, you have to literally right-click them to learn them. And this is how you learn, like, your skills and spells and everything else. It is hilarious. Let me rearrange my bar real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Drag here. And then go to spells. Drag you. Drag you. Oops. Oh, I wanted to drag you. Boom. Perfect. Okay, it's very EverQuest-y. My main complaint about the game, there's two complaints. My main complaint, though, is one you can already see right now, is actually the character design. It's not the world. I'm actually okay with the world and enemies and stuff like that, but it's actual like human / player models. I'm not a big fan of the graphics and how they look. This is just me, but this isn't so bad that I want to not play the game, but early on it very feels just not fun or not good. Anyways, EverQuest-y like game, you kind of have your stuff where you get like, you know, stuff like that. So one of the first things you're going to do is you have to turn in your first quest. This is very much teaching you about quests, as all tutorials and stuff. Please pay attention to them. I just kind of already know and whatnot. So we're going to right click this guy. And then if you've never played EverQuest before, in order to hand in, or an EverQuest like game, in order to hand in a quest, you have to literally click on it, drag it to the person and click on them, and then literally trade them the item and give it to them. And that's how you do it. So that's how it's done. Then from here we're going to come over here and we have to talk to this guy and we have to tell him we are registered, and very much in an EverQuest fashion we are literally typing I am registered and saying it out loud, and then he says, oh, we have a problem, you need to get the thing. Now I ignored this guy on my paladin the first time around, or this girl my first time around, and then later I came back to her because I didn't realize what it was. But she tells you aura gems. what auras are is there are these persistent buffs that give not only to you, but also your party and everything else. And to you and your group and everybody else. So every class has one. They are extremely cheap. And if you ever group up with people and they don't have one, you can just go and buy them and give it to them. What we're going to grab here is we're going to grab the Arcanist one, which is this one. And what it does, it gives everybody increased intelligence and mana regen. And we just equip it like it's an item, and then boom, it covers the slot. I believe you can get other auras later down the road, but for now, at the very least, have one of these starting ones and equip them on your character. Now, if you're playing the game, you'll be able to see, you know, whether or not people have it, and you can always, if you ever get a group with you, you can just go and get them and give it to them if they don't have it. They're super cheap. What you're gonna notice is I turn on shouts, and you'll be able to see in shout people talking. And watch this. So /shout. Paco sucks at this game. Watch. And then people will talk and they'll interact with you and everything else. And it's just funny. You can even see people like roasting each other. Like, hey, Avogado, what the hell if stupidity was a talent tree, you'd be maxed out. Like, literally, you'll see them roasting each other. It is fucking hilarious. And here's the even creepier part, bro. If you ever playing the game, you'll notice like Brock /who Brock. Oops. Never mind. I guess they don't have it. I guess it's coming next patch. Sorry. Anyways, but Brock, this guy, I have him added on my main character, Droid, and he's literally whispering me like, who's got time for alts? You should be on Droid. Like, people add you if they know, if you've grouped up with them or have them friended on your main. It is awesome. Really cool. Anyways, if we talk to this guy, we can give him the thing. He'll give us the key. Oh, and then you'll see this alligator, and we are going to kill them. Nuke, baby. Like I said, I have the XP up 5 times, so I'm getting a lot more XP. And then every so often, not every level, but every so often your level, you'll get the ability to add points into like stats. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna add a point into intelligence because why not? And it's not every level, but it's every so often. If you kill the croc, you get this necklace. You can actually wear it, and you can get infinite amount of these. So if you ever like when you see the crocodile up again, you can kill it again. But the first one, you can just kind of trade into this girl here and give it to her, and you get another XP drop. So boom, get a little bit of XP, and they give you a waste. Let's go, and let's keep moving forward. Boom, boom, boom. And then our second enemy, the skeleton, a rattle wrist. Let's fight it. So what I'm doing here is I'm using Magic Bolt, and then I'm enhancing it with Control Chant, which increases its damage, but also increases its cooldown and everything else. So there you go. So we're going to do that, and by doing this, we get some booties. Yay. We can't actually use them, though, because they're for Stormcallers. So we're going to have to vendor these, and that's fine. But we can't actually use them. Normally, you don't level up this fast. Like I said, I just have the XP up 5 times. And then here we have our first sign of simulated players. And you can see them. Some of them are running around. Some of them are AFKing. Some of them are doing stuff. We even see some of them fighting mobs and stuff like that. It's super cool. The best part about this is it really does feel like a simulated world. Because you have people like this guy who are in literally starting gear. And then you'll have people like this guy who has like really cool, clearly has like a main character funding them gear. You can even find even more kitted out people. I'm trying to see if I can find them, but you'll find some people have like extremely kitted out gear. I'm talking extremely kitted out. And yeah, you can kind of go and do that the whole narrative, and you can group up with these people if you want. Like, for example, let's get this. Let me try to find somebody who would compliment me. A paladin, what I'm looking for. You are a level 1 paladin. All right, let's invite this guy. So we're going to invite this player. You can invite them in your group, and then boom, they're now part of my party. And you can have them, you can manage your roles with them. So if we go to manage roles, you can assign, oh, they're on healing, assist. You can set thresholds, pull distance, a whole bunch of settings you can mess with. It is really good. Really, really good. Anyways, what we're going to do here is we're going to sell this stuff really quick. We are an Arcanist. I forgot to remember. We'll buy this. Buy this. And then we're at 67. I think we're good here now. Equip this and learn this spell. Oh, we need to be level 3 or 4. Fine. Anyways, what we're going to do first is we're going to kill some enemies. We're going to get some XP, get some levels. Let's do that real quick. This is a really cool starting place to go. Get a group of like 1 or 2 people. I'd suggest having a tank like the Paladin and maybe like a damage dealer or a Druid to help heal. But just get a group, and then you can come here, and if you take him out, you can kind of take him out pretty easily with 2 of you. You can kind of 1v1 them as well. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, mostly just have them have the help here. Then, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna dazzle this guy to stun him. I think he might die here. Oh yeah, we're dead. Boom, baby. I'm gonna run away. Oh well, respawn. Pulled more than I can handle. What can I say? But if you die and you respawn with your group, so it's not the end of the world. They leveled up. Let's get them some gear. They have, what do they have? They need a shield. That's really what they need. Let's buy them a shield roll. Sorry, I'm playing RuneScape at the same time. Let's buy them a shield real quick, just to give them. And then if you ever want to give someone gear, you can just literally, let's come over here. Boom, trade to them, give it to them, and you can tell them which slot you want them to put it in. And then boom, they'll automatically put it on and equip it. So boom, they now have a shield. So now I can equip my party. I will equip over, and let's go and have a good time. So we're gonna come here. We can see this is the loot of the guy we just killed. We didn't get anything. That's fine. And let's continue onwards. We are gonna level super quickly just because I have the XP up super high, obviously. Boom. This to stun him. Getting close and start stabbing, just to get some extra damage in. And then again. Much better. That shield is making a huge difference. Me stunning off cooldown is making a huge difference. Doing a lot better. And then boom. Enemy down. Repeat the process one more time, a couple more times. Click on this guy. Wait for them to get separated a little bit more. Oh, we pulled more than one. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make do. We'll make do. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna do a regular magic bolt. Oh, we got books here. Let's run away. So you'll notice. Yeah, we definitely should run. These people are gonna help. They should help me. Yeah, they're gonna go crazy. Boom, boom. I can give these to the Paladin. These guys kind of come over here. Now, obviously, I should probably have a bigger group, but I kind of just want to showcase real quick. He should be coming. Are you not coming towards me? Oh, there you go. All right, now help me. Yay, we got XP. Can I equip any of this? Yes. And then if you ever want to raise an ally, anyone can do it. You just right click on them. Boom. And then we can see here. He doesn't need any of this stuff. Let's see. I'll probably end up selling. Oh, I can actually use that. Oh, I can use both of these. I don't really care too much. I'm not going to stick with this guy for too long. Paladin level 3. Will he automatically learn? Well. Okay. Anyways, let's keep going. You can actually see how much XP the allies need to level up. There's a couple ways to do it, but if we come here, watch. Once they down the enemy, you can see how much XP. They are 30 out of 180, so they need 160 more in order to level up. And same thing, let's just do this. Done you. The Paladin is level 3, so they now have the ability to heal. I assume they just automatically learn spells as they level up. That's my assumption. Like skills and stuff. I could be wrong, but that's just my assumption. And yeah. So they'll, like, as he levels up, he's just gonna get stronger. That heal's making a huge difference for him. And if we come here, I think we're gonna level up after this bad boy. Yeah, boom, baby. So we leveled up. I can now learn the Brax's Touch, which deals a bunch of damage. So now you can fight this guy. This is like a mini boss of this outside. This is not an actual dungeon. This is more like an overworld like area. This is a quest guy. So if you kill this guy, we will do this. Controlled chance. See, we're doing a lot of damage here. Then we're going to stun him. Just to kind of interrupt him for a second. Then we're going to use Brax's Touch again. A butt ton of damage. And then another one of these. So as you can see here, this is kind of what I mean with Arcanist having a good consistent flow. You got to have that little, like, you have a tiny bit of downtime early on, but you still have that good damage flow going for you. Then boom. Got these Islander arm wraps. So we're going to equip these bad boys just because they're better than what we currently have. And we are level 4. Put this into intelligence again. Go from there. Boom. Yay. Good stuff. What can I say? Good stuff. So where do we turn? So we have stuff. We have this extra. So you can do a couple things with this. You can either keep it and use it on yourself. Like I could save this and use them later, or I can sell them. Block I'll sell. I mean, actually, I'm probably going to get rid of all this because I don't really care. I can always get it later. I'm not too worried about it. But this is kind of the first little hub area you're going to have. If you come here, you can actually click on the well, and if you throw a gold coin in, which you don't actually throw a coin. You throw a gold coin in, you can do that. Now, you'll notice, I don't know if I mentioned before, but you'll notice when you're on an alt, you'll actually have people message you who've partied up with you and tell you to go on your main. It's actually really cool. I really like it. It makes the world feel like an actual MMO. See people talking to you. I talked shit to him earlier, I think, and I don't know if I showed it. So there's that. We're gonna go to this merchant guy, and we're gonna sell this. We'll sell this. We'll sell this. This and this. They do sell other things. I don't think there's anything I really want. I don't think there's anything I really want. We're gonna move on. Let's come over here. This is a arc. This is a general like spell merchant, I think. Yeah. We can see this guy has other things. Level 5, level 8, level 2. Get this one. Then we'll get level 9, level 8, and then we'll get the level 5 one. We have this one. It's bolt. So come here, you can see that goes there, and then this goes. Oh. Boom. Eventually, in the next patch, so Monday, a week ago from now as I'm recording, but next week we'll go and you'll be able to have a guild, which means you can, you see the Hattie catch, you'll automatically default go into like a guild, but you can have your own guild and stuff. You see people, like Flash. Hey, hello. I guess just hi. We talked to this guy real quick. You can see, the coin. Then if you give him the coin, boom, baby, get quest completed, and you get a little, sword we can throw away. So I want to show off the dungeon. So we're gonna kick this guy. He's not high enough level, and I want to show off 2 more things before we stop here. I'm not gonna do the dungeon to completion, but I do want to show the dungeon off a little bit here, and I want to show off kind of the first dungeon, what like a full grouping is like, and everything else. Now, I will say, if you ever want to, you can abuse the system of the game to where you can invite a super high level people into your group at level 1 and have them carry you through stuff. Just like a real MMO. I'll be honest, it's just like a real MMO. But if you want to have a fair thing, you can do this fair. I recommend doing this at around level 5 if you want to do it fair. If you don't really give a crap, you can just go in and get a bunch of people who are higher level than you and carry you. But I'd recommend like level 5. I would do like the bandit camp, farms and stuff over there. Do whatever you want, have a good time. You can even farm it at a low level if you want, and just do the intro enemies if you want to. I just don't know if it's worth it. Anyways, if you want to get a group together, you go to group builder, and we want to get an actual full group comp. So we need to get a tank. Let's look for a tank. I'm going to look for one that's around level 5 to 6, and that's in here. So boom, Sparkles. Scrubby's here. We'll get this guy. He's higher level. Let's tell him, hey, press invite, and you send a whisper. Do you want to join my group? He'll say, yeah, I'll come carry you for a bit. Oh, he's right here. Invite him. We can actually see he does have his thing. Nice. Okay, cool. Now we need a healer. Let's look for a Druid healer. Boom, level 5, stowaway. Invite this person. And they'll say, on the way. Boom. And I think that actually might be, yeah. Then we'll invite them. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. All right. Now we need another, let's get a duelist in a storm. Duelist, doesn't really matter the level. They're fucking useless anyways, but let's see if we can find one that's level 5, Devin. All right, cool. Let's invite Devin. Hey, do you want to join my group? On the way. Now, if you like the people, like for example, oh, you know what? I like Sparkles. You can friend them. I'm going to friend you. Who do we invite? Devin. Okay. You, Devin. Yes. Invite. Then let's friend you. You can then go to your friends list and you can see, oh, hey, these are the people I friended. Wait, are you not friended? I'm so confused. What? Alright, whatever, I'm not gonna mess with it. But you can add, it's currently buggy as fuck at the moment, as you can tell. But you can add them in your friends list, and then you can kind of like, play with them. Anyways, let's get one more person. We're gonna get a storm. Doesn't matter which one, we'll just get someone that's appropriate level. I don't really care too much. There's not a lot here. This is only a problem. It's gonna be difficult. Alright. Go to my group. On the way, BRT. We're looking for Zephyron. I'm guessing this is you, yeah. And we'll invite you. And as you can see here, not everyone has their auras, and I kind of don't care enough. But if I cared, I would take him to the shop, get them their auras, and go from there. But I don't care at the moment. I just want to show you guys the dungeon. So we got a full group together. Pretty simple. Let's go into the dungeon, and then we'll go and work. I'll show you guys the role assignments to kind of show you guys. So we'll look at this more later. But you can take a glance here. But we'll look at this later. Once you go into a dungeon/instance, it'll automatically teleport your entire group in or out. So if you need to run away, you can actually have people in your group run away for you. So if we go to manage roles, we can see here, okay, Sparkles is our tank. I want him to be the main tank. Healing, we will have Sparkles on healing as well. I'm going to take healing off me though. And we'll know the Druid is the main healer. Pooler doesn't really matter. You can set someone to pool, but you can mess with these settings if you want, and you can have them kind of do settings. You can have, okay, have them heal at certain amounts, like Larathil. We can have, okay, you know what? I want you to heal when the player is around 80% HP. Sparkles will self-heal at 50%. Or me. Okay, you can have you can actually, sorry, you set it at per person. So you can set them however you want. It's really good. So if I want, okay, you know what? Heal me at 35%, maybe. Heal the tank when he's at 80%, Sparkles maybe at 56, and then you can set them all if you want. So you can mess with these if you want. What I want to show up this dungeon for, though, is it is really like a regular dungeon. And as you pull, you'll see, you can do stuff. And very much kind of chill progression system here. It's very much like a regular traditional dungeon. You have a tank healer, you can have a puller, and it's very, very chill. And as you get stuff, if we occasionally, I want to show off something. If you get an item that someone in your group can use, they will mention, hey, I can use that item. So I'm hoping an item will drop soon. Man. Oh, boom, perfect. Ring will drop, and then boom, everyone will start arguing over, hey, who wants the ring? Who wants the ring? Obviously, I don't have a ring, and even though it has, here's the thing, pure tank stats obviously should go to our tank, but I don't have a ring, and I'm the group leader, so going to me. But yeah, you can like gear out people. You can see them have discussions if it's an upgrade for them. You can even inspect them. Like I'll show you guys. So if you're like, okay, they're all asking for this ring. Zephyron, oh, he has no ring. Sparkles, you have rings. I'm not going to give you a ring. I don't even think he asked for it. He didn't. Okay. So you can like inspect people and see, or maybe someone didn't ask for something and you'd prefer them to wear this for whatever reason. You can go and give them that and tell them to wear it. It is nice. So you can do that. So overall, dungeon are pretty chill. Oh, boom, perfect. Okay. They're all talking about it. I'm going to give it to Larathil. They're a healer. And then you can assign them which slot they want to use. Boom. Good shit. It is very much so like a traditional dungeon. There are bosses. There are like kick mechanics. I don't have an interrupt on this character, but there are certain classes that have kicks, like the Paladin. So yeah. It is really nice. I really like the game. I think it's really good. Sorry for not showcasing it a little bit more thoroughly. I put the XP up high so we can kind of blast through a little bit so I can show you guys and kind of like raw, unedited format what the gameplay is like. This is a really fun game. If you like MMOs, this is very much so a good way to scratch your itch, especially for me as like a WoW player, as like a RuneScape player. I do a lot of AFKing in RuneScape. So whilst I'm AFKing, like I am literally right now, I can go and play. I like games to play. This is very much so a game I can play because it's not restrictive to the people, to like my group. And you can just kind of do your own thing. So it's really nice. It scratches that MMO itch without needing to actually be in an MMO. You can play at your own time, at your own pace. You can set the pace as well as how fast XP you want, how common you want rare drops to be. It is, honestly, without a doubt, the near perfect game. There is one complaint about the game, though, that I don't know when it's going to have a resolution, but I do feel like it's coming, and that is official co-op. I did mention it has an unofficial co-op mod you can put in, but my one real complaint about the game, other than the graphics of the characters, which I'm able to look past, my one real complaint about the game is that there's no co-op in the game. So if I wanted to play with my brother or some friends, you have to mod it. And I'm not a big fan of that. Not because I don't like modding. I'm okay with modding. I just know my brother isn't a huge modder. If it's not in the base game, there's a very slim to none chance he's going to mod his game to be able to do it. He loves Elden Ring, and he'd love a seamless Elden Ring, but he won't mod his game. So it's just, and that's how some people are. Not everyone is okay with modding, and I understand. Not everyone's comfortable with it, and I'm not at all trying to like discount that, but it's also why I want there to be an official co-op mode. I do feel like it is coming, honestly. But I do feel like it is coming. Now, in the next patch that comes out Monday, there's a lot of cool features, but there's two things in general that I'm excited for. One of them, and is the main thing I'm most excited for, is actually the new class, which is called Reaver. It is basically a Shadow Knight if you play EverQuest, or Death Knight if you play Classic WoW. That's basically all it is. It's just a two-handed tank / DPS class. It is, I believe it's primarily tank, but obviously it can DPS as well. So you have that going for you. And then the other thing that's really cool, just as cool, if not actually cooler, is that you're also going to unlock, they're also going to get guilds. And there's guild events and guild rankings and everything else. And it is super cool. And I am very much looking forward to that as well. I, right now, am more just messing around in the game. I'm not taking it too seriously. But once Monday hits, and I can play that Reaver class, I am 100% going to play that Reaver class. I already have my Paladin at that Port Azure, so I can buy some like starting equipment to transfer over and put it in the bank for the dude. I am very much looking forward to kind of powering on through. I might do a server reset for my server and just have like a full-on everyone starting over situation for the new patch. There's that. You can also have like server restarts. I don't know exactly how they work, but you can do server restarts. I don't know too much how they work, so forgive me. But yeah. As you can see here, we're kind of powering on through as I've been talking. We are powering on through, and we are destroying stuff. I guess let's go this way. Take on. And yeah, overall, it is a fun gameplay loop. My one, like I said, I've kind of talked about my main complaints about the game, and I haven't really gone too far. I have heard from a lot of people who play the game that the end game is a lot of fun. Apparently, the end game is where this game shines, and that's a little crazy to me because I'll be honest, the early game of this game is a lot of fun. So hearing that it gets better as you progress is a huge bonus. Now, I don't know how true that is. That's just from I hear about people who've obviously invested a lot of time in the game. But the fact that they are that confident in it, saying that, oh no, it only gets better, is huge for me, because a game that has the capability to not only hold its own in the beginning, but also later, is insanely just really good. It's just a really positive loop. I love that. It just gives me good vibes. The good vibes, and I don't have to put them on the line. Ooh, this is new. Hardened skin. Short duration that absorbs 200 damage. Incoming damage. Nice. Oh, it's a long cooldown though. Okay, so it's a buff. They're like it's like a button. I'm okay with that. I think we're actually gonna get to our first boss here, so maybe we'll just finish the entire dungeon, because we are blasting. I'm not gonna lie, we are blasting through this dungeon a lot easier than I thought it was gonna go. So here's our first boss. It's level 4. So if you're like level 5, you can definitely get to here very easily. But we're gonna do this. Open up. Go and do damage. You can actually see the DPS on the side here and see what everyone's DPS is. Obviously, the higher level people are outperforming me, but I'm not that far behind. I'm the second most DPS, so there you go. So this key is needed for part of the quest line in order to get out. I'm not going to spoil it, but you need to get 2 key pieces and the recipe, and then you'll be able to craft a key to then do a thing, and then you'll go and turn it, and then you just do a bunch of stuff. So I'm not going to spoil it too much, but there you go. That's the first boss. Let's keep progressing. We can't go over there. No, we can. Let's just keep going. I kind of want to complete the dungeon just for the sake of showing off the game. But let's kind of test it out. I do have aggro at the moment, which is a little weird. Okay. not paying too much attention to what the group is doing. So you notice it's super dark. This can be resolved. If you once you can buy the lantern, you can put it in one of your cosmetic slots here, and then your lantern will be on all the time. So early on, obviously you don't have access to it, but you can. Oh, this is cool. So you get these charms. So if you get these charm shop, you can make them and they cover your charm slot. So you have that going for you as well. I like the spell animations though. They're very simplistic, but also nice at the same time. I like him. And it could just be me being me, but I do like it. Zephron can use the hood. Let's give it to him. And I need it. Oh, hold on 1 second. I gotta do something in escape. So I ran out of log, or I ran out of bow. It's just eternal magic logs or eternal magic bows. Let's start crafting more. I think this is the next boss. If we come in here, yeah. So this boss is a little weird. When I fought it last time, you can pull him without pulling everything else. Yeah, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but like the other guys don't follow suit. Sorry, I'm stringing the bows. And then boom, you can see here, ooh, we got a wand. Nice. Finally, we can use the wand. I'm gonna get this. But we got the wand. Nice, we got the other key piece. I'm gonna do this. Quick. Ooh, evasive thoughts. Prominent NPC. Yeah, I mean we'll have it for now. Then come here. Martial Mark ones. Sorry. Sorry about being sorry. No, I'm sorry to make you feel sorry. Oh, sorry that you had to say sorry. No, it's okay. I'm just sorry I had to make you say sorry. This is such a fun game, dude. Such a fun game. Do you want me to complete the entire area? I can complete the entire area if you guys want me to. I just don't want to spend too much time. But I guess if I just throw in raw unedited footage, it's not that big of a deal. All right, let's do this. I am kind of blasting. Do we need to do anything extra? We need to go right and then out. Okay, so that's what we'll do. I've done this before, so I know what to do. Are you my... What do you do, player? They spoke up first. I don't really care that much. Boom! Here. Oh. It ran right towards us. Oh, God, these rotting mummies do damage, though. Oh, one other thing. Buffs. So you can have food buffs on you. So if I drink food, you get a buff. If you eat food, I don't really care. If you eat, you get a buff. So keep that in mind. Please do. Hold on. I don't know what I have. Okay. Yeah. What is that? Oh, sea glass. I should probably keep that. We'll see. I will say this first dungeon is really nice. I love it a lot. I feel like it's a great intro dungeon. It may look like I'm blasting through because I am, but it's actually My first time doing it, I actually struggled and I wiped a couple of times when I was doing this for the first time. It's very much a learning experience of knowing like which enemies are stronger than which, you know, and the whole 9 yards. Like I'm probably gonna die here. Oh, we're good. The healer actually healed. But like these rotting mummies do damage. It's also knowing kind of level thresholds as well. Like knowing like, okay, what level should each party member be at, etc., etc. You know? So this is the next boss. We're gonna get some we're gonna wait a second. Okay. This is the kind of final boss. There's I think another boss here, but it doesn't really matter. It's just to get out. But this is like this is the final boss your first time going through it. Let's put it, that's a good way to put it. You do this, he will drop the concentrated coal. Wasn't he supposed to drop something else? I'm gonna wear those. Yeah, Larithal, you're definitely. And then that front. I'm confused. I thought he dropped something. Give me 1 second. I'm confused. I thought he dropped something. Oh god, what the heck is going on? I guess not. I guess not. I thought he did. He does not. Okay, he doesn't drop anything. Anyways, yeah, that's the final boss. Or really like final boss of the area that of like the game. Or not the game. Of the dungeon. There is one other boss you can fight. It's over here. But you can't actually access it right away. You have to finish the key. So those key pieces I got, you actually have to finish the key pieces in order to get out. So like I'll just show you guys. Like if we come over here, this is where the final boss is. Ghostly key required. You notice we have the 2 key pieces here, but we need other stuff. So this we're just gonna run out. Actually we're really close to a level. Let's just kill this real quick. Boom. Alright, cool. Boom. Alright, now let's get out. So if you run here, we are gonna get out of the dungeon. And I guess we might as well. We're close to finishing the key. Do we let's just finish it? Just have fun and finish it? Fuck it, YOLO. Fuck it, YOLO. We have the group for it, I assume. So we're gonna get out of here. You'll notice we're gonna come here. We're gonna clear our inventory out, but you'll come out right here. I think you can go back in this way as well. So if you ever want to come in, do the back way, you can hit it from the back. So this is what I'm talking about, the belt lamp. If you buy this, you'll be able to have like a light source. So if you come here, oh, hold on, like boom, you get a nice light source. So it brights up the game a little bit. All right, let me sell a bunch of stuff real quick and I'll be right back. All right, did that. Now let's get a shield. We can get a shield. Get a shield. Forgot to buy the shield. Does. Do that. That. All right, cool. Now let's go. All right, cool. Let's get the recipe. So the recipe is acquired over here. There is basically a world boss. Clathrix. This is a world boss. So you can have kind of your group engage. And then this is basically a world boss. It is a little rough, I won't lie. He hits hard, so you do kind of gotta go a little ham. And definitely be on point with like stunning. Like, oh, let me stun here before he gets his next hit off. Kind of alleviates some pressure. If you have high enough levels, it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, as you can see right now, it's kind of a cakewalk. But as you can see here, I mean, we're taking a lot of damage. Like, people are like really close to out of mana. So we're gonna do another stun real quick just to kind of give ourselves time to boom, and then yeah, kill it. And then when killing this guy, you get a couple of things. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. We don't have to catch one. This is a turn in for a quest. But yeah, we're gonna get a couple things here. Most notable things though is we get 2 things that are needed. You get the Eye of Placthrus and the Ghostly Key. The Ghostly Key recipe just tells you we need this, as well as a chunk of iron ore and the broken stone stuff. So there you go. And then the Moongill is a turn in for quest. So I actually have to go in order to get the pickaxe to get iron ore. We have to come over here anyway, so it kind of works out. You can craft stuff. So that's what these molds are, just like, they're crafting recipes. They're like one-time crafting recipes. Anyways, we talked to this guy. He says he wants a Moongill. In order to catch a Moongill, it has to be nighttime when you fish, but there's a rare chance that other guy will give you one. So worked out, and we get a nice little ring, which is a tank ring in its entirety. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk to this guy. Sell this, and then we can get a pickaxe. You just need to keep it in your inventory. So, boom. All right, cool. And then you'll find rocks like so around. There's a chance they'll give you iron. Oh, snap. Iron rock, which is useless. Iron, which is not useless. And copper, which is not useless. But if you just click on this, you put your mold into the template, your fuel source, which is coal. Then you put the etheria, chunk of iron ore, and then we need the 2 key pieces here. Then press combine. We get the ghostly key, and then boom, boom, boom. Now, there's another thing I want to do with the eye. Let's turn in the eye. So if you come over here and talk to this person, they'll mention something about fishing and all this stuff. I don't think you need to do this. I think you can bypass all this if you just know what to talk about. But for the sake of it, that's kind of the part of the quest line. Then from here, actually, I don't think it's not required. This is just to get another item. So I'm gonna do it just to show it off, but it's not needed to beat the island. I was just thinking about it in my head. I'm like, I did this. I just don't remember if it's needed, and it's not needed, but we're gonna do it anyways. But this is what the eye is used for. You come over here to this guy, huh? Gary Amber Rose. If we right click him and just type treasures, he will give you the key to the lighthouse right here. And then from here, you can just go. Actually, let's kill this guy real quick. I want a necklace. Boom. I want a necklace. Sorry, I wanted the necklace. You can just click on it, use the key, and then this actually takes you back into the dungeon we were just in. But it takes you to an area you can't really access. You come here. Well, maybe you can. Yeah, it takes you here. You can't normally access. In order to access, you have to go underneath. But if you talk to him, he says he wants an eye. This is repeatable. You can do this as many times as you want. And then he'll give you a little bit of XP. Then he gives you this sea slimed bracelet. It has some health, mana, etc. And then you can go and you put it on your wrist. And what it does is you can right click it and it gives you the hydrated buff when you normally get from drinking water. So you get this permanently. Now, like I said before, you're actually back inside the dungeon we were just in. If we come here, you can see we're here. So there's this secret wall. So yeah. So let's go and power on through. Let's get back to where we want to be. We're just going to get to that next boss. The final boss I want to get to. So that we can show you guys how to get off the island. You occasionally see other people doing in your dungeon. I don't know if it's intended or not. I know some games have it to where, like EverQuest and stuff like that, dungeons aren't actually private. I don't know if it's that scenario where dungeons just aren't private or if it's just a bug. I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend like I know. But it does make your life a little easier sometimes because you can have an extra person kind of helping you out. We're just going to. Boom, 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 boom. And we don't have to do the side stuff anymore, so this is why it's going to go so much faster. Doing the sides rooms is what really makes this dungeon go a lot slower, or is what really takes up the time in the dungeon. It's just doing all the side areas, all the side paths. They take up a lot of time. I mean, it's part of the dungeon because we don't need to do that. All right, looks like we're back in before stuff resets. Good. Come here. You can see we open this up. And now, the true final boss of the dungeon, we have Ghost of the Wayland Searcher. So, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And then, yeah. And what he drops specifically, ooh, sea spikes. That's another quest turn-in we can do. But he drops this note. So, oh my god, we need to turn in this note. I'm just going to run through. Oh, actually. So now this is the note you're going to use to kind of get out. So this is the breadcrumb to get off the island. I don't know if there's a way to get back on the island after you leave. So just keep in mind, once you do this, you're probably gone forever. So if you want to spend more time exploring, maybe there's other quest lines you haven't finished, you can do that. Personally, I don't really give a crap. I'm just going to kind of show you guys how to get off the island, and then we'll call it the end of the video. I think this is a good way to end it by just finishing the island. We don't need our group anymore, so we can say farewell, but also we can friend people. So who's not friended yet? Friend you. Sparkles is friended. Not friended. I wouldn't let me. Okay, I don't know why it's buggy right now. I was gonna try to add everybody, but it's being buggy as shit. I don't feel like dealing with it. That's why I can't wait for guilds. Guilds on Tuesday, on Monday, gonna make this so much better because then I don't have to deal with like friending people and the friending getting bugged. Because you can invest in characters, right? If you add them to your friends list, they'll stay at your level, and like you can invest in them, right? You can like, oh hey, I want to make this guy's gear a lot better, and you know you can kind of work on them, which is why I can't wait for guilds, because then they'll be like that. And guilds are actually, I believe they're cross character. I could be wrong, but some of the stuff is cross character. Anyways, we come over. I think it's to this guy. No, I think it's to this guy. If we give him the note, yes, he will tell you to like where to go. So if you come here, over here to the statue here, he basically tells you go to the statue and, you know, jump in the water and swim to the island. That's what we're gonna do. You'll see. I'm actually gonna you're gonna go down. So we jump in the water. We swim over here. Janky ass swimming. Come over here, talk to this guy, say you're ready to go. He gives you the game continues. This is like for the demo. If you're playing the demo, this is where like it ends. This is the end of the tutorial. So boom. If you come over here, you automatically head to the mainland of the game, and bang bang boom, Bob's your uncles. We are at Hidden Hills, the start of the game where you start out. Hell yeah, my dudes. that was the tutorial of Erenshor. If you want to check it out, I strongly suggest doing it yourself. I have a lot of fun with this game. I'm looking forward to Monday when the Reaver class comes out and the guild system comes out. At that point, I'm going to start actually playing the game more seriously. For now, I've just been kind of messing around on low-level characters, figuring out what I like, what I don't like, kind of learning the general mechanics of the game. But once the Reaver class comes in, I'm definitely going to play that. It looks like a lot of fun, so that's what I'm going to play. I've always been a DK fan, so it's, you know, kind of matches me. I also like Shadow Knight and EverQuest, so they both speak to me very well. So looking forward to it. Anyways, that being said, hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm probably not gonna make any more content on this unless you guys really want me to like restart and show my adventure or whatever, then I will, but I don't really care much. I don't think anyone's really gonna watch that. But yeah, anyways, have a good one and catch you guys next week.